Alright guys, wasn't that pull super amazing? Well, if you thought so as well, then smash the like button down below. Today I'm going to make you some mozzarella sticks, and I think mozzarella sticks are just the best. What's better than crispy, deep fried cheese that is so much fun to eat? It's the perfect entry to the Game Day Appetizers Ian Good collab hosted by our very own Ian Good. I'll link his channel down below, and be sure to check out the hashtag to see all the awesome appetizers which you can enjoy for your favorite game night. As usual, you'll find the full written recipe and tips and tricks in the description box down below, and I'm also going to show you a bonus recipe. We're going to use that as the dipping sauce for our mozzarella sticks, and this no-cook tomato sauce is perfect for pizza, for pasta, and for anything that requires a beautiful, simple tomato sauce. Let's get started. So we'll prep the mozzarella sticks first by cutting up this block of mozzarella. I want each stick to be about ½ inch in thickness, and you can cut it as long as the block of the mozzarella that you buy. Usually it'll be about 3 to 4 inches. So just cut your mozzarella into matchsticks, ½ inch thick, and once you have them all ready, then let's get our breading station ready. So we're going to be using some flour, which I'll be seasoning with some salt and pepper. That's all. Some egg, which we'll be adding some milk into. The ratio would be for 1 egg, you put 1 tablespoon of milk. So we're going to use 2 eggs, so put 2 tablespoons of milk, and then whisk it up. And then finally we'll have our breadcrumbs. Now you can use regular breadcrumbs or you can use Panko breadcrumbs, and you can use either or. Feel free to substitute with what you prefer. I prefer Panko all day long, but if you do get the regular breadcrumbs, get it non-seasoned so you can put your own seasoning, so you can control how you want it to taste. For seasoning, I'll put some smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and oregano as well. Okay, now let's start breading the mozzarella sticks. So dip all of those matchsticks in the flour, because we'll be only breading them in the flour just once. Then doing this for 1 stick at a time, dip it in the egg and coat each side, and then dip it in the breadcrumbs. Press lightly to make sure the breadcrumbs stick to the mozzarella stick, and just make sure you pay attention to the ends. You don't want to miss coating that, otherwise when you fry it, the cheese is gonna come out and make a huge mess in your oils. Just make sure you cover each side as best as you can. Then we'll do a double breading. So put that breaded mozzarella stick back in the egg, coat it with the egg really well, and then put it back in the panko breadcrumbs. And then again, press lightly, get the edges, and you'll have a perfectly breaded mozzarella stick. Just visually inspect it, make sure you didn't miss any corner, make sure nothing got stuck with your fingers. You can use tongs if you like, whatever you're most comfortable with. Do the same with all the remaining mozzarella sticks, and this is a time-consuming process, but it's so worth it when you finally get to enjoy that crispy, warm, pully cheese, just how we saw it in the pull earlier. So here are all of our breaded mozzarella sticks, and now it's time to fry them. Now if you're prepping these ahead of time and you're still a couple of days away, you could always freeze this, and then when you're ready to fry, just fry them directly from frozen. It'll work really well. And for frying, you really want to make sure you get the right temperature. If the oil is not enough, the breadcrumbs will absorb too much oil and you just have a greasy mess at the end. And if the oil is too hot, then the breadcrumbs outside will get browned up really quickly, while the inside, the cheese will still be cold. You don't want that. The perfect temperature that I found while testing was 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. Now if you don't have a thermometer, then I would suggest you fry a tester mozzarella stick before you put the whole batch in. That way you'll get to know if your oil has to be hotter, or if you need to cool the oil down by turning off the heat or adding more oil to your wok or your pot. So my oil is at the right temperature, so now add the mozzarella sticks in there. I'm gonna do it 3 to 4 sticks at a time so I don't overcrowd the pan. Now while the mozza sticks are frying, let me introduce you to my no-cook tomato sauce. These are perfect if you're looking for a no-cook pizza sauce or a no-cook pasta sauce or just a simple tomato dipping sauce. It's so easy to make, so let's take a look right now. You want to get the best quality of canned tomatoes you can find. How do you judge the quality? Well, if a can of tomato tells you what kind of tomatoes it's using, what kind of tomatoes in the can, that usually is a good indicator that it's a good quality tomato. If the can just says tomatoes or diced tomatoes without any description of what they're using, it doesn't say Italian tomatoes, doesn't say San Marzano tomatoes, then stay away from that, because if you get the good quality tomatoes, you don't need too much to it. And for those of you who are wondering, shouldn't I cook the tomatoes first before I eat it? Well, the tomatoes are already cooked. They get cooked during the sterilization process within the can itself. So don't have that worry at all. And if you get good quality tomatoes, just enjoy that meaty, ripe tomato. So pour all of that in a large bowl, and then we'll spice it up with some bomba, or which is basically a mix of chopped up Calabrian chilies in some oil. The Calabrian chili is a perfect balance of sweet and spicy. I like to add quite a lot of it because I really like the complex flavors it brings in. So I put about 2 tablespoons for 1 can of tomato. Then also add in some olive oil, some salt, oregano, and tomato paste for some extra richness. And that is all. You can now just mix it up and it's ready to be used for anything that's Italian or cheesy or anything that needs a nice tomato sauce. Just the other night I made a Napolitano style pizza with the same tomato sauce, and look at how great that turned out. You can use this to make your perfect Italian pasta night, and all you have to do is bring the sauce up to a simmer and then add your cooked pasta in, and that is it. Toss the pasta with the sauce and serve with some parmesan. Simple, delicious. So now you have this recipe in your back pocket, so whenever you look for something that's quick, that's delicious, and you can always count on it, then you'll have that recipe to look into. Let's get back to the mozzarella sticks. So after a couple of minutes, you'll see golden brown mozzarella sticks just like this. I can see a bit of cheese through those crumbs. That's fine with me because I'm really looking forward to enjoying these sticks now. So let's take it all out, finish all the remaining batches, and here is your beautiful plate of warm, hot mozzarella sticks, which I'm gonna have with some of my no-cook tomato sauce. And let's have another look at that cheese bowl. Comment down below if you want to see more crispy snacks just like this, and let me know what appetizer would you like to see next. Be sure to hit subscribe for more educational step-by-step videos, and for more snack recipes, click the links over here.